you guys, welcome back once again to the Horror with your hostess with the mostest, Jennabelle, as always. So before I get into my top 5 favorite horror movies of all time, I know you guys want to know what I got, what I have in my top 5, but I did want to do just a little extra video, sort of honorable mentions, really in no particular order. But just a couple movies that I do really, really love, and they didn't quite make the list or anything. I'm not even sure where I would even, put these, if I would put them as, 26, 27, 28, 29, whatnot. But just a few movies that I do genuinely, really appreciate. A couple, movies that I love. But yeah. First one up is, it's actually a sequel, not a true sequel. It was not supposed to be a sequel to this particular movie or anything, but I definitely just feel like it is a really well done movie, and that is The Exorcist 3. I know I might get a little bit of heat for this, but no, like I said, I really enjoy this. For what it is, it's actually a really good movie. I think it gets a lot more hate than it really deserves. If you don't like it, I respect that. I do. But like I said, it's a really just a decently done movie. It's got a really good story, and I feel like if more people gave themselves a little bit more of a chance to watch this, people would find it a little more enjoyable. I think people really have kind of come around to this movie. I do feel like that. It's a fun movie. It's a good movie. So it's got some good moments in it. I'm just saying. So, that's another reason why I'm honorable mentions, because I'm not sure where I would put this on a list. I really don't. Next one up is actually an adaptation, remake, sort of. One, and actually I have to say thank you to Horror Pack for sending this. Because it had been a really long time since I'd watched this when they actually sent it, and that is the 78 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is a really, really good one. Obviously, I'm not saying it's better than the original or anything, but there's something about this version of the movie that I really enjoy, and that ending and everything, just really well done. I feel it's a good one. I've watched it a couple of times since receiving it from Horror Pack, and it is a good movie. I love it. Next one up, only 2 more, guys. Don't worry. Next one up is another one that I kind of grew up watching. I know it's more considered of a kids horror movie, but god dang, there's a couple of creepy moments in this for a kids movie. And that is the classic The Gate. This is such a fun one. I don't think I've done a review on this. Have I? I'm not even sure. Once again, I'll probably do a review on this or re-review it one of these days. I'm not sure. But this is a fun one. This is truly a fun one. Like I said, a couple little creepy moments, like the workman guy or whatever that falls out of the wall and everything. Oh my god, that guy still creeps me out. My house is old. It's a pretty old house. It's 60 years old. You could hear everything, so it's the walls are pretty thin. So it's I'm always afraid, at night, if I hear something, I'm like, oh god, there's something in the walls. It always kind of freaks me out. So I do it to myself though. But no, it's a fun one. I like this one. Watch it if you haven't seen it. And last one up, last honorable mention I wanted to share with you guys. This is pretty much a Friday the 13th ripoff, but it's got some great Tom Savini effects. Even Tom Savini has stated that this is pretty much a direct ripoff of Friday the 13th, which was pretty much a ripoff of Halloween. So whatever, but this is a fun one. I know it's not the greatest movie of all time, but there's something about this movie I really do appreciate. I like the kind of Cropsy Legend tie-in and everything, and that is The Burning. And this is a movie where I'm every time I watch, I'm always God, there were so many then unknown actors. Like you got this guy right here who was in the following year. He was in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. There's Holly Hunter. There's Fisher Stevens. Jason Alexander. I mean, there's quite a few people in this, and it's like, but it's always fun to watch it. I think that's why I kind of like watching it because there's so many like, you know, before there were stars in here. So, but it's a fun one. Like I said, it's not like the greatest, but it is definitely a fun movie, a good time to watch. So, all right. So those are my honorable mentions. I will see you in a moment or two with my top 5 favorite horror movies of all time. And I gotta say, for anyone who knows me, I think number 1 is going to be a bit surprising for people. I'm giving you that warning. So, but till next time, you guys, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.